Here we go. What is going on, YouTube? And welcome back to my channel, JoJo Speaks. Thank y'all so much for joining us for this being my Hot Topics and Social Commentary show. Excuse me. A couple things I want you all to do before we get started. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Press that big red subscribe button. It is free and easy to do. Takes less than a second to mash that thing, y'all. So why don't you go ahead and mash it for a brother? Also, be sure to leave this video a thumbs up. Let me know you're enjoying the content that I'm putting out on my channel. Also, be sure to leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on the various topics that we're discussing on tonight. Be sure to press the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. And last but not least, be sure to share JoJo Speaks with all your family, friends, and loved ones. Let everybody know JoJo Speaks is out here in these YouTube streets. I got my good girlfriend Bianca with me. Jennifer will be joining us momentarily. Bianca, hope you're doing well. My love, I'm so glad that you're here with me, girl.
Yes, I'm doing good. How are you, twins? With our
I'm
black shirt on today.
right with the black coat. Right, yeah. I don't know if Jennifer's gonna show up in a black shirt, but hopefully she does. So we'll all be matching. Earlier today, my mother and I we went put together a Christmas a lit up Christmas tree for our yard, and also a sign that says joy on it. And it lights up as well. It looks beautiful. I actually put the picture in our group text, but yeah, it looks beautiful. I always dread putting together Christmas decorations because I feel like it's going to be an arduous task and it's going to take a
Really?
long time. But we're right, yeah. It's like it's. I typically don't enjoy putting together Christmas decorations, even though Christmas is my absolute favorite time of year.
Hmm.
I always dread it because I feel like it's going to be a long process. But thankfully, my mother and I were able to put everything together within about an hour and a half. We put some lights around the trees on the side of the house, so it all looks great. And so I'm so grateful for that. Then I went out for some Mexican right afterwards. So all
Ooh,
is well with us.
I know
So
that's right.
before Yeah, absolutely. So before Jennifer gets in, I do want to mention something that happened with our Secretary of Defense. His name is Pete Hegseth. We've been hearing a lot about uh, these people losing their lives from allegedly bringing drugs into our country. Apparently, the most recent attack was from some Venezuelans, if I'm not mistaken. So apparently their boat was hit by fire or whatever the case might have been. And apparently there was two survivors that were hanging on to the remnants of the boat. And apparently Pete Hegseth is saying that he did not give the order to have those men's lives taken, but you're the Secretary of Defense. So it only makes sense that you were the one to give the order. So he's blaming some other man who's highly ranked in the in defense or whatever. And he's acting like, well, I was watching what was happening, but by the time the other two guys were taken out, I was out doing something else. And it's like the incompetency that's going around with this administration, it just continues to show over and over and over again. And I'm so glad that the American people as a whole are seeing right through it, and have literally had enough. Bianca, had you heard of these things happening with the Secretary of Defense? And he renamed his position the Secretary of War, even though we're not in any types of war. But had you heard about this? Because this is a lot of people are saying that these are crimes of war. That these people need to be prosecuted for making these calls.
But
Oh,
no,
Bianca, can you? Oh,
I
okay, gotcha.
okay, got it. It was a little bit of a delay, but no, I hadn't heard of anything. But again, I am definitely not surprised. Our government right now is in freaking shambles. Okay, it's
For real.
is what it is. It really is to sit back and watch all this foolishness going around. It's like this can't be real. I don't even see how anybody is actually taking us seriously right now with all the foolishness that we have going on with our government. So I'm definitely not surprised. And of course, no one wants to take the blame. Everybody point fingers at everybody as they do each and every time something go wrong. So I'm over it. All of it. If
Yeah.
retaliation happen, it just needs to happen to everybody, and I'll leave it at that.
Right. Jennifer, had you heard of these Venezuelan people who were allegedly bringing drugs into our country and they struck the boat and there were two survivors and apparently an order was given to take those survivors' lives and Pete Hegseth, who is the Secretary of Defense, which he renamed the Secretary of War, says that he did not give the order, that somebody else gave the order, and while it was happening, he was out doing something else.
Personally, wait, you can hear me right. Okay. Personally, I truly feel like this is all foolishness. Um, just a bunch of people that don't know what they're doing
Right.
and they want to be seen as, something specific, like as somebody that has, we've eradicated drugs, you know what I'm saying? We've done this, that, and third, and you're pulling things out your butt.
Right.
Um, just to say that I've done something when that something that you're doing was stupid. Um, and the reason why people haven't been doing the things the way that you've done it is either illegal or asinine. So yeah, that's how I think of it. It's just a bunch of people just trying to do things in one way. So I think it's stupid, to be honest with you.
It is.
Let me quickly ask you this though. Do you like
Yeah.
this layout?
I do like it. I like it a lot. I like it better than the other one because like we're all on the same page and we look like a team. So I love this setup. I really do.
Would you rather be in the middle?
Mm, to be honest, it does not matter to me. But why don't you switch it just to see how it looks? Because I guess that would make sense since it is my channel. Yeah, yeah. Let's just keep it like this. This is fine.
What
And
about
I
that?
love the way you have your hair up, Bianca. It looks it it,
Oh,
it,
cute.
it looks real cute, real gorgeous. Like Jennifer, let's get to these comments before we get this thing started, girl.
We ain't gonna get started today. That's what we're not gonna do. Dustin says hello. Hi,
Hey,
Dustin.
Dustin.
Justin.
Miss Kim, she's made sure to say hello to Jonathan and Bianca. Good morning.
Hey.
Good evening, Miss Kim.
Close enough. She she also says, we're out here unaliving people with no proof of wrongdoing. He is lying and blaming anybody standing close by him, a mess child. And this is exactly how I feel. Agreed and agreed. Miss Kim also says, Jonathan in the middle, where he at in the middle. Yes. Okay. Okay.
Makes
She
sense.
also made sure to say, hey, Dustin.
Awesome. So, the biggest story that has come out this week is concerning Miss Tamar Braxton and Funky Dineva. So, we all know that Tamar Braxton has been talking a lot about some supposed or alleged incident where some of her teeth were knocked out, although we haven't seen any evidence of that. She said something about Funky Dineva possibly being one of the last people that she saw around that time. Funky Dineva came out and said something concerning Mendices, but he didn't really speak on it per se. He just, alluded to something happening between them. Then Tamar Braxton put out a statement via her attorney saying that she put all this work into this EP that she put out. It went number one on the R&B charts on iTunes and all this and all that. But she says that it's a sad thing that the rumors of what's going on between her and Mendices have overshadowed all the hard work that she's put into this EP. Then I believe it was Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken, when Funky Dineva went live, and he spent almost. It was the second. Oh, go ahead, Jennifer.
You got a little mixed up. Um, the that release that was sent out,
Hmm.
wasn't that released after he went in and let have?
No, because he actually read the release during his live.
Oh no, that's the second one. You know what?
Mhm. She did the interview and then
Interview.
she did his most recent interview and he got pissed because she said it again.
Uh-huh.
Then he let her have it.
And okay, so he got pissed because she said it again, and then she put that out, and then he gave the other nights. Okay, I'm gonna hush now.
It's okay, yeah. Tamar Braxton did an interview with L'Oreal, who was a part of the video that Tamar did with Mendices, and she also has a podcast. L'Oreal is from Love and Hip Hop New York. I think it was the third or fourth season, if I'm not mistaken. Real pretty light skinned girl. You know, she's in it to win it. But anyways, so the on the 2nd of December, Funky Dineva did an entire live. It was over an hour long, going in on Tamar. He said in a previous live, he didn't want to go into actual details of the evidence of an alleged affair between Tamar and Mendices, but he went in and let have. He spoke about them being at a restaurant and Mendices kind of grabbing on her leg and, you know, touching on her and all that good stuff. And, you know, seeing them kissing and her sitting in his lap in the car and all this good stuff. And he just went on and on and on and on and on and on. And to me, this is very sad. I think it gives us a glimpse of who Tamar Braxton truly is. You know, Funky Don even said he was excited when Tamar reached out to him and wanted to start hanging out and things of that nature. And he thought that he could be someone who wasn't a yes man to her and be able to tell her when she's doing wrong and to be able to tell her, you know, what she should not be doing and, you know, what's good for her career and what's not. And, you know, when he told her, Mendices is married, Tamar's response was, oh, they're not married. They're just doing that for the show and, you know, all that good stuff. And, you know, and it's just me personally. I've never been the biggest fan of Tamar Braxton. I've never seen one episode of Braxton Family Values. Haven't seen one episode of the newly revamped Braxton show on, I think it's Oxygen, if I'm not mistaken. And the main reason I did not want to watch this show is because We TV. Thank you so much. The main reason why I did not want to indulge in that show is because of Tamar. For me, her personality is what's an interesting word that I can use? I want to say it's wretched. It's too much. It's a lot. It's more than I can handle within an hour long time span. I don't want to see someone trying so hard to get all of the spotlight. And to me, that's what she was doing with all her yes and .com and, you know, she's doing a whole lot, and it's too much for me personally. But I think it's so sad that Tamar Braxton did this to Funky Dineva, and I have a good feeling that she did it purposefully. She purposefully asked a blogger to be a part of her video. She purposefully went out to dinner with this blogger and had this man feeling on her legs. Now, whether she knew Mendices was going to do all that, who knows? But I have an idea that she had an idea that those things would take place in the presence of said blogger. We all know how Funky Dineva does. We all know how he talks. We all know that he is no holds barred. He's going to talk about everything that he feels that he needs to speak on. I truly believe that Tamar fully expected for Funky Dineva to have this reaction to everything she did to him. And I think that she wanted him to do this for her to get more of a spotlight. I don't think that she's hurt by the things that Funky Dineva says because they're all true. To me, I feel as though this is what Tamar wanted. Allegedly, I truly do feel that this is what Tamar wanted. Tamar wanted the smoke, and she got the effing smoke. But yeah, it's just very evident to me the lengths that Tamar will go to get clout, the lengths that Tamar will go through to get a click and a view, the lengths that Tamar will go to have attention on her. And it's people like that who don't care how people perceive them. They just want to be perceived by any means necessary, whether it's good or bad. That's why villains, they relish in their villainy because that's what they want to present to the world, and they get something out of it. I don't know exactly what it is that they would get out of it, because if I were ever on reality TV, I would never want to be seen as a villain. I would never want to be getting countless comments and DMs telling me that I need to do something to myself or I shouldn't be here or anything like that. Like I would never put myself through that type of trauma. But there are some people out here who do not care how people perceive them. They just want to be perceived in any way, shape, and or form. So I think it's sad that Funky Dineva is going through this, especially with the recent announcement of his cancer diagnosis. And my prayers out to Funky Dineva for that. He's taking all the steps to make sure that it is taken care of. So I pray a full recovery for him in that aspect. So I'll start with you, Jennifer, because you asked me to be sure to get in on this topic. And also Ms. Kim asked me earlier today if we were going to talk about it. So shout out to you, Ms. Kim. So Jennifer, what are your full thoughts on this catastrophe?
Well, I can't go full thoughts because we'd be here until 10 o'clock and I'm trying to eat.
I heard that. I got some fish tacos in the refrigerator waiting for me right now from from real Mexico, and I'm gonna chop them down. Go ahead, girl.
Eating for real.
For real. I got my sweet tea to go ready for me too, honey. I've been drinking my water though. I have been drinking my water. Thank you. Go ahead, Jennifer. I'm going on too long.
First of all, I would like to say that I've been thinking this from the beginning, ever since it came out. I believed that Tamar allegedly befriended him so that she could get some people talking about her in time for her EP to come out.
Mhm.
To be honest, I believe it might have blown up a little bit whiter than she thought that it would,
Mhm.
because now she's looking like a liar.
Yeah.
Though it's true, it's unfortunate, but a lot of people don't like Funky Dineva. But
Mhm.
I kind of get it because, first of all, not everybody's going to like you.
Right.
Second of all, when you're telling your truth, some people know how to understand that's just how he feels about it,
Right.
rather than, well, if you don't like what I like, then I can't F with him and he's a horrible person. But when he talks, he don't be lying. That's one thing that we've seen over and over again. I think a lot of people have talked about him not being a good friend. I think it's crazy. Like, why would he be good to somebody that's not being good to him?
Right.
He apparently has kept a lot out before he decided to release a lot. And to be
Mhm.
honest, I think he's keeping even more to himself at this point as well.
Wow.
I really do believe that. But it takes me back to when he read Charade forever ago while he was going through his time with her. He basically said, like, all you had to do, just leave it alone,
Yeah.
but he was using the word common because this is what she's bringing herself down to. And I do agree with that. But there are things that are going on within her. I believe she needs the attention, and the way that she's moving with other people's people,
Mhm.
um, whether it's true or not, it just don't look nor sound good. Um, but I do believe it was something orchestrated that she did to try to get some notoriety. I believe she didn't think that he would give out the specifics.
Mhm.
That's what I believe. Um, but I don't know. It's difficult to care when it comes to the Tamar person because she puts herself in a lot of these positions.
Right.
And like I said, it sounds like she just plays on people to try to get some notoriety. And I'm happy that he sees. Okay, the last thing I do want to mention, him and I are born on the same date. So we are the same kind of Leo. What I saw from him is what I be feeling.
Yeah.
People push, 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 push until you blow up. That's a Leo thing. We hold on to things until we can't anymore. Now I have to spray you
Right.
with your business that you put in my face.
Right.
Even down to the part I know what grated his gears the most. Yeah, I was at a party. I mean, I threw a party. That girl know what she doing.
Yeah.
And I do believe that she didn't understand who she was playing with, because there are a lot of YouTubers that she
Mhm.
has done these kinds of things to in the past.
Yeah.
and they haven't done this level of clapback towards her. I can name names, but I don't want to bring up horrible pasts.
I
But
was just about to because I saw Alexander Rogers speaking on the topic, and he actually named the other YouTubers that
oh
she's
yeah,
formed relationships with, and
and
she
stab them
has
all in the back.
absolutely she has a reputation for doing these types of things. So
And not only stabbing them in the back, but taking all of their mannerisms, taking their catchphrases and things like that, and making them hers, and putting them, you basically creating a whole personality based off of other people.
yeah,
So I've never really had a whole lot for her from what she did to the people that I love on the YouTube scene. Um, but what Funky Dineva did was masterful. He did that, and yeah, y'all can't get me to not like him.
and Funky Dineva also said that he thinks there's something psychiatrically wrong with her. How do you feel about that assessment?
I believe it's apparent. We can all see that is
Mm,
something, because and I wouldn't blame her sisters. I would blame their mother.
yeah,
I
the source.
believe the bulk of it starts off with the fact that um when the divorce happened, or when dad went to be with his other family,
Hmm.
mama didn't take care of herself, which in turn the children received the vitriol that she might have had for her soon to be at that time ex-husband. You can tell she it doesn't even look like she considered being with anybody else, because she was that stuck right there
Right.
and haven't dealt with that pain. And just like she hasn't dealt with the pain, I believe the daughters haven't dealt with the pain, and she wasn't a good leader in dealing with those emotional kind of things. So I do believe there's something psychologically um, not good there.
Wasn't she already sent to the hospital or some institution because she was on watch or something like that?
Yes, she was.
So
Mm,
then we know something is wrong.
Absolutely. And
absolutely.
she craves that attention. So
She does. She does. Bianca, what are your thoughts on this entire situation?
So do you all follow each of the parties that's involved?
I don't.
follow,
Hmm.
follow Tamar. That would be a solid no. This is why I need you here. Cause I value, there's some things I can block out, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But some things I just look and be like, yeah, it's difficult for me to just continue to watch lies and fallacies, or at least what I perceive to be so.
Yeah.
Hmm. Well, in my opinion,
Hmm.
I think it was a scheme that Yandy set up to come to the television with the BS.
Wow.
Because I mean, if we think about their show that just went off, what was it, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
They now pulled up pictures of Yandy out the country on a boat with a man.
Yes.
Wow.
They've been saying how her and Mendices have had conversations about how she mentally cheated on him because he was physically cheating on her.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Then all the cast started jumping down their throat, like Chaotic and what the man name is? Mendices
And
got into it really bad because Chaotic kept bringing up Yandy. Well, why Yandy ain't here on the trip with you? Because she out of town with some other dude on the boat, whatever,
Ooh.
whatever. And now here comes this story about who he's been cheating with this entire time, and it happens to be Tamar. And the people have also been talking about how the cast on Love and Hip Hop has been searching and searching and searching, and everybody in these good YouTube streets are searching for that marriage license that doesn't exist between Mendices and Yandy.
come on now.
So I think they all got in it and said, "Hey, we all can make a little bit of money off of this. Let's
Hmm.
play it for what it is."
Hmm.
They know Tamar's the type. She loved this type of attention.
Okay.
Let's play it for what it is. Now, whether Funky Dot even knew what was going on, if they were truly friends, I'm sure he might have. But if he didn't, she used him because she knew that his platform would be a larger, well, they, because they knew that his platform would be large enough. I mean, think about it. Why else would Mendices be tonguing her down
around him
while he can see?
Right.
Him and other people can see this. Why do he know that y'all were the only three that went up in that house when your teeth got knocked out? It was
Yeah.
only her, Mendices, and his friend, his homeboy,
that,
according to Funky Dineva.
and that's why I don't believe he was in on anything, because the
Gotcha.
kind of anger that he was in,
Yeah.
I don't think he was in on it. I think if he was in on it and it still happened the way it did, for everybody to blame him for what happened to her allegedly, I think he would have spilled everything right then and there. Well, here's the
Right.
plan.
Yeah, there are some people out there who think, yeah, yeah, there are some people out there who think that Funky Dineva was in on it the entire time, but Funky Dineva's platform is large enough to where he doesn't need to pull this type of stunt. Like, he really don't need to pull this type of stunt, but
He wouldn't need to, but he definitely could benefit from it, though.
he could, and he is benefiting from it now.
As we speak.
So many people are chiming in on their thoughts concerning this entire situation. So he is benefiting from it, but that entire video, he was saying, "Leave me alone. Leave me alone." So he wants nothing to do with any of that. And I don't know if he'll speak on it again in the future. But once again, it's very, very sad, because I can't imagine me being myself and letting people into my realm, into my circle, and then next thing I know, I'm being blamed for this, I'm being blamed for that, I'm being talked about this way, talked about that way. And the way that I feel about people who get close to me, and I've never felt betrayal like that before, and I don't want to have to go through that whatsoever. Jennifer, do we have any comments before we move forward?
I don't know if we can move forward at this point. I still have words, but let me.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I know you be wanting to zoom through these things, but this topic right
here. Yeah.
Okay.
But I feel like Funky Dineva, he's been in the industry for a very long time.
Right.
He's been around a lot of different people. He know the things that Tamar has did to other people. He know who he need to and need not to get close with. He's been in some situations where people who he was really close with, they fallen out and gotten into it really bad. So I feel like Funky Dineva is smart enough to take heed. But then, like how he went and did, how the whole thing with him and Claudia and them fell out, but then he went and apologized to her, and now he want to work with her again in whatever capacity that may be. So he knows how to play the game, and he knows how to play his hand. So that's why I'm saying I don't think that he was dumped down to the point where he just didn't know anything was happening, and she not concocted, where they concocted this whole big entire scheme. He's smarter than that. I think he's smarter than that. I don't know. He may not have known what was going on. Well, hell, he knew more than we did. But he knew they was messing around prior to. So, like, that's what I'm saying. So I don't think that he didn't know anything was being contrived in this whole situation.
But you know, for me as a Leo sisterin of his, unfortunately, sometimes we hope the best a little bit too often. And that's why I feel him the way I feel him. We were born on the same day. I personally, not the same day, different years. But I certainly do believe there was at least a level that he was not a part of, because the way that he talks like he was betrayed, those times in the past.
Right.
Like she took it too far.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I can understand that. But like go ahead.
Me personally, my thing is, if I'm Funky Dineva and I see Tamar Braxton at the table and Mendices is just rubbing all up on her leg in my presence, them kissing together in my presence, it would come to my mind. I'm like, okay, so I'm a very popular blogger. I've been invited to these spaces, and they're doing these things blatantly in front of me. There must be a reason why. But at the same time, I understand how he may not have put those things together.
But think about it though. Think about how often that more than likely has happened, and he hasn't said a word because those are the things happening with these personal people. Like, there's only one friend that I'm not. Well, two, because I don't really like Dr. Heavenly, and I'm not really here for Quad, but he's pretty good friends with both, and
Mhm.
I would never understand why. But let's be real, after all these years upon years of all them being friends, nothing like this has ever happened to him with
Right.
those people.
Right.
So
Yeah.
there must be some kind of loyalty, some kind of true friendship within those
Oh,
spaces for
Absolutely.
so so when it came to Tamar, I'm thinking maybe he thought that it could be one of those relationships because he's seen some good in people that I would never. Okay, like
Yeah.
from what little bit I've seen, because what we see on TV, Instagram, and all that stuff, that's a very small bit of people.
Right.
But maybe maybe he saw that there could be redeeming factors, and just like he said, he thought that he would be somebody that that would tell her the truth, so she can not have a whole bunch of yes men and women in her pocket. But that's why it really feels like a setup for the most part to me. The things that he never said in the first place, I think that's just comes along with the territory of being around people of a certain stature. Like, I'm not going to tell everybody's secrets as soon, because he wouldn't have no friends if he told everybody's secrets as soon as he saw it.
or
Right.
any
So
information.
exactly. So you hold on to stuff like that.
Mhm.
And for them and for people to be like they were good friends, like, no, they just started talking, like,
They literally just started hanging out.
so
And
yeah.
then I'm like, how could he trust Tamar that hard? And they just started hanging out.
Right.
That's crazy to me. But I get it because it's three Sagittarius. It's me, my leasing agent, and a maintenance supervisor. And all three of us are Sagittarius, and we all have completely different personalities. The leasing agent is anybody can tell her something, she'd be like, and I'm like, you know good time well to you. No good time well. So I don't know. I just really don't think. I think that Funky Dineva would have had a little bit more than to just dive in with Tamar.
I think we hoping high.
Oh,
We hoping high.
he got to have more sense than that.
Well, I don't even know
Tamar,
if it's about sense though, because when you meeting people behind the closed doors, see, this is the things that got me looking back to the other YouTubers
Yeah.
and the way that they formed full friendships, relationships for years. Tamar got them into different doors and things of that nature. And now, after, man,
that's
There were
crazy.
YouTubers that were on the Braxton Family Values show, literally made appearances on the show that have
for
nothing to do with her anymore.
if and don't desire to say too much more about her at all
Right.
because of the way that she treated them after she was done with them. So I totally, it's nothing new. She's using them. Oh, child.
It's Tamar. She do her family the same way. Like with her
Right.
family, they do each other the same way. Let me be clear, because they're all cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, all of them cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but they do their family the same way. But you got to look at people like Dr. Heavenly. One thing about it, Heavenly family love her. Quiet family love her, and I would never see Dr. Heavenly or Quiet pulling any of the stunts that Tamar
Stunts.
do on
Right.
or off camera. Man, not even for attention.
Oh,
Yeah.
and for all them people that's talking about this is Tawanda's redemption, no. Until Tawanda's able to fund her life, there's no redeeming for her because
That girl and their mama, allegedly.
okay, that to be on, in my opinion, there's no redemption for Tawanda. And to be honest, the rest of the sisters, the only ones that live high in my mind is Tracy.
That part.
Absolutely.
Miss Kim says Tamar picked the wrong one to tangle with. Funky Dineva is not the one. I haven't heard one song from Tamar's EP.
Me either.
Who want to?
I did not. I've never had a desire to use my time and my precious YouTube music subscription to do that. Anyway, Miss Kim says, according to Funky, whenever he hung out with Tamar, Mandises would pop up. No coincidence. I believe it was a scheme. I just don't believe he was totally in on that scheme. I'm sure he was like, Why is
Like,
this
why are y'all doing this in
why y'all
front of
doing this in
me?
front of me?
Right.
I believe anyway. What? Okay, I don't know what that means. Eat some Jennifer. Eat some for me. Okay, I
Yeah,
don't know.
we always talking about food and eating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, eat some for me, Jennifer. Don't want Tony, bro. Never watched the show. Oh, understood. Yeah.
Gotcha.
The Braxton family values, and I'll be happy to eat for you. Unveil Vibrations says, "Good evening to all. I wish you the best. Wish you all the best tonight.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
so much,
Tyrone. God
Tyrone.
bless
Hey,
you."
hey.
Miss Kim says, "Were you at his party, or did you throw the party for him?" Tamar can't even lie right.
Yeah.
But I must say,
hmm
Funky Dineva is real upset because she keeps saying I threw him a party. It ain't that big of a deal. That's something you can let go.
No,
Okay, she threw me. Oh, she didn't throw me a party, y'all.
I would have held on to that too. To be honest with you, did y'all see the video for the party? They were holding
But that's what I'm
up
saying. It's clear.
Tamar's
So
name.
that's what I'm saying. It's obvious. So why is he blowing up? We know.
It's the blatant of the lie.
We know
I
Right.
he's lying.
think I think it's for all the people that are just talking negatively about it and trying to make it seem as if it ain't what it is. I don't know. Maybe it's trying to blow up the truth. I don't know. Ms. Kim says, imagine faking a marriage with a man named Mandices who looks like a Mandices.
Now, Miss Kim, I do understand your point, but to me, Mendices is fine. Like, I've always thought that he was extremely attractive. Me personally, this is just my personal opinion. Like, to me, he is a good-looking man. But I respect your opinion as well, Miss Kim. I truly do. But I've always thought Mendices was fine. But that's just my opinion.
And we all respect your opinion, Jonathan.
Thank
His
you.
son is handsome. His oldest son.
Yeah, he got handsome jeans. He might not wear them, but he got. Moving on. Auntie Robin says, "Hold on." Auntie Robin says, "Hold on. I didn't realize it was the usual Thursday night get down. You fooled me by publishing topics. I just got here. Sorry, sis."
It's okay, Auntie Robin. You're here, and that's all that matters, girl.
She says, "I think that Funky lulled himself into believing that Tamar was genuine about building a friendship. I believe that. That's what I do believe."
Yeah.
Justice says, "No, the big fan. See her back on your medicine."
He likes Dr. Heavenly. He's a
Yeah.
big fan.
Understood.
Mm-hmm. Right here, Dustin. I like her too.
Yeah, I can't. Not with her. Anyway.
I will admit though, like Dr. Heavenly is the show. Like
Now
there
I will
would
say
be
that.
no merit to medicine without at least Dr. Heavenly and Quad. But if one or two or both of them are not on that show will not last.
If the
all.
both of them were not gathered together, I don't know how much longer that show would
For
continue.
real.
I do agree with that because I saw on TikTok one person said we are dealing with the same arguments for the last 15,000 years.
Okay.
Can
Because
we
Simone ain't never like Quad. Never
And-
like Quad. And so we start out the episode with them beefing. Like, how long are y'all gonna go at this? And we're not gonna act like y'all are friends because we know as viewers that y'all don't like each other.
Right.
So this ain't new. Ain't nothing new about it.
and there's no need to discuss it any further, guys. Thank you. Auntie Robin says, but remember, Tamar went so far as to invite Funky to the family dinner. Can't remember the circumstances, but it was real personal. Yeah.
Ain't nothing personal with Tamar.
Agreed.
Go to her sister
For
wedding.
real.
Even with family, that's Bianca. And these are the moments where we really need to seriously consider who we're talking about here. But then again, like I said, those two people that I'm not here for, he found value in them. Maybe he thought, maybe
No, because they still cool. And they've been friends for years. And they've been
years.
for 2 weeks and then they fell out.
Right.
I feel like punching the air. Auntie Robin says, which one of them Braxton sisters was on the Iyanla show starting over? That was Tawanda. The same one they were talking about. I saw it. Yeah, it was forever ago. Oprah had a show called Starting Over. It was Starting Over House, and Tawanda was on there,
Oh,
and she was basically talking about trying to get up from under the umbrella of her family pretty much so she could strike out and do her own thing. She in my undiagnosed, I'm not a professional of nobody's opinion, she has the middle child syndrome.
Mm.
yeah, I don't know if you know this, Jennifer, but that used to be mommy's favorite show. Like she used to watch
It was a good
Starting
show.
Over all the time,
It was
all
a
of the
wonderful
time.
show. Um, Miss Kim says, "That's all you, Jonathan. Take Mandesis and run.
Well, I mean, he's clearly for the streets, honey. So, I mean,
You might be able to catch him in the streets."
right, I might try him out, honey.
Uh, Miss Kim says, "Bring Mariah back. That's my girl." And you know what?
You know they ain't gonna do that.
First of all, yeah, that's number one. You know that's not going to happen. But second of all, I think it would be kind of spicy. I think that would
Kind
be
of spicy.
It would be
Mariah
everything.
would come in there like a tornado and gather the girls together, honey. Okay. And I think that's one of the reasons why Mariah is no longer on the show because I think they feel as though she's too much of a draw to the show. But Dr. Heavenly came in and just took that spot.
But I think the only reason why Mariah wouldn't be able to work at all is because of not being able to record with anybody.
Yeah.
She needs
Don't
to
nobody like her.
there needs to be a connection with somebody, and it
Right.
will just be everybody doing all this, and then we see her at home, taking care of the children,
Right. It would be
conversing with mother and sister.
it would be boring with her on the show. No one would want to film with her.
And
Yeah,
then did she win that lawsuit?
I think she did.
Yeah, I think she
Yeah, I'm
won
not
it.
sure.
But she said, and that's how she still got her coins from the show. So she could just sit back and watch them act the fool. Because as long as that show come on and that name Mariah Hawk pop up there as that producer,
Okay.
she ain't
Executive
got to do a
producer,
thing.
honey.
Right.
Oh, Auntie Robin says it's been asked since it's been a while since I asked how is Michael, say hello for me. He is doing good.
Mhm.
I'll have to make sure he knows that you said hello and send him your love.
Child, he stay on Facebook. He stays
Stay
on
on
Facebook,
Facebook.
honey.
And I've been trying to get you connected to TikTok to this live that he always be on, Jonathan.
Mhm.
You
Oh,
be
okay.
seeing him too?
Yeah.
With
I'm
Jay
friends with him
Bear?
on
I think
TikTok,
that's
but
his name?
I haven't seen any of the lives. But when you pop in and pop out, you see the little bubble.
Yeah.
I've seen him, but I know it wasn't his. He
Yeah,
was
it's
on
not his.
somebody.
It's some dude named Jay Bear. And I think really all they do is just chill out. That's what I was trying to get you on there, Jonathan. Just to see what they be doing
Okay.
on the TikToks, but it really looks like a chill space where they just chilling and talking, halfway sleep, but flirting, and it's a cute situation. I think you would like it. Anyway,
I probably would. I know I would.
yeah. Miss Kim says, Tamar reminds me of a former friend, 24/7 drama, super needy, and is always in some mess that she tried. Always in some mess that she tried to pull me in. Miss Kim, don't do mess. So I cut her off, as you
I
should.
know that's right.
Absolutely.
Unveiled Vibration says, you too much for him, Jow Jow.
I appreciate that compliment, Tyrone. I really do.
He said he's a man eater. You know a brother would stand up for a brother and let you know what it is.
I appreciate that.
What does that mean? Can somebody ISQ? Hold on. Because I know Auntie Robin, she don't be putting words in there randomly for no reason. Is that a word?
It looks like a chew.
Oh,
A chew Facebook. Maybe
oh
that.
wow. I Googled it, y'all.
Mhm.
A chew means deliberately avoid using, abstain from. We learned today.
Thank you for our word of the day,
Come on,
Auntie
Miss
Robin.
Robin.
Auntie
Okay.
Robin, I'm so happy you got your place and your laptop.
Because I was like, she sneezes Facebook?
She
What?
sneezes on them. She must really not like them.
Okay.
But
Well, I mean, we were right at the end of the day.
A chew. And that's what it is. It's a chew. Wow. I looked at the phonetic reading of it. Let me see if this will work.
Eschew.
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 Wow. Anyway, thank you for I love learning. Auntie Robin says, still haven't made TikTok a to-go. Let me tell you something. When you create that algorithm the way you need to make it, I'm telling you, you won't let it go. Okay.
Yeah.
Whoo, child. Um, hates it. Yeah, thank you guys. That's is today's vocabulary word, and we appreciate you, Auntie Robin, for that.
Absolutely.
Eschew. Okay.
Why we silly?
I love it.
Speaking of the word of the day, that just brought me back to watching Pee Wee's Playhouse. And every day he had a word of the day that came out of that robot, and that was my favorite part of the show. Anyways, that's just a little thing. But so I see that face, Jennifer. Don't do me. Anyways, so a new Netflix documentary came out this past week. I think it came out on Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. Executive produced by Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. It's called Sean Combs: The Reckoning. It is a 4-part docu-series concerning Diddy's entire public life. Starts when he started at Uptown Records with Andre Harrell, leading up to his trial in the 4th episode. So I don't feel I want to say I didn't really learn anything new, but I did learn things that I didn't know about. I definitely did learn things that I did not know about, that I had no idea about. So, and I also got my mother to watch it. Jennifer watched all 4 episodes as well. It was extremely enlightening. I had always heard rumors. So if you have not watched the documentary series, I'll try to, not give away everything that is revealed in the docu-series, but I do want to touch on a couple things that I found to be confirmed that I only had assumptions about in the past. It does seem as though he was definitely behind the deaths of not only Tupac, but also Biggie Smalls. Allegedly. Yeah, I heard that coming. The way that he treats his mother is very odd and weird to me, but I understand with his upbringing why that might have been a result of, how he was raised. The way he treated his artist, living life on the freeway with all this money, and his artists are broke. Very sad. The way that he treated the way that he got into the relationships that he did. So, for instance, the mother of his son Justin, his first son Justin, was in a relationship with some other rapper. So he got up from under them. The way he got with Kim Porter, she was dating Al B. Sure at the time, and he literally adopted Al B. Sure's son. I don't know if he legally adopted his son, but he treated him like a son. That was Kim Porter and Al B. Sure's son. The way he got Cassie, Ryan Leslie was dating Cassie when she first came into their atmosphere, and he got Cassie that way. It's to me, Sean Diddy Combs is one of the most jealous type of narcissist people I have ever known about. His jealousy knows no bounds. He was clearly jealous of Notorious B.I.G.'s fame and his talent. He was clearly jealous of Tupac and Biggie's relationship. He didn't really want them to be together. I think maybe Tupac would have maybe told him some things about Diddy and the way that he does his thing. It's clear to me that Diddy set up Tupac being shot 5 times outside of a studio in New York City, and then of course, guilty by association, Biggie gets roped into it because he's associated with Diddy. He planned Biggie's full funeral and made it so that Biggie's family was the one who was paying for the funeral. Diddy put no money,
Not his family, Biggie's estate.
Biggie's estate, yeah,
Biggie's
exactly.
money.
Oh. Thank you for that. Biggie's money paid for his funeral. And it's so interesting to me how Diddy controls the narrative. He is a master at controlling the narrative. He controls it by presenting himself as this God-fearing, loving man who only wants the best for everyone. Let's all get money. Let's all be successful. When on the other end, when the cameras are not in his face, he wants it all for himself. A complete narcissist. And I told my mother this earlier this week. She's watched up to the 3rd episode. To me, there's no difference between Diddy and Trump. they're two sides of the same exact coin, at least to me. Because when you have the money and power, there are no boundaries for you. You do whatever it is that comes to your mind, you get it done, and you get it done the way that you want it to be done. I don't know how Diddy is going to be received after he gets out of prison. I believe he's going to be supposed to be released next year, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know how this is going to affect his life moving forward, but that documentary scared me because I have a feeling that if I was in the position of any of his artists or anyone in his circle, I don't know if I would have fallen for it. Like, I want to talk to mommy. I was like, we know better. We know well enough to, get ourselves out of those situations. But money is a powerful thing, and being a powerful person is a powerful thing, and it could persuade people to do things that they wouldn't do. Like, they talked to two of the jurors during the documentary, and one juror in particular did not understand why Cassie kept going back. She would suffer from his violence, and then she would go back and they'd be having dinner and, going out and doing things. And it's like, I get why why people would not understand that, but at the same time, I get it. Like, Cassie probably felt like she had nowhere else to go. Like, if she leaves Diddy, then what does she go back to? Like, and he had so much power over her. No wonder why that second album of Cassie's never came out, because he had that power over her. So I encourage everyone to go out and watch the Netflix documentary, Sean Combs, The Reckoning, I think is what it's called. Jennifer, well, no, yeah, go ahead. Jennifer, what are your thoughts on this documentary? You said that you finished it today. I'm so proud of you. What did you learn? And were you surprised by anything that you saw during the docuseries?
I had to work real hard to watch it. I watched like 2 episodes last night and the rest today.
Mhm.
But one thing I'm going to say and give kudos to is the director of the documentary. This documentary, to be honest, all I expect was a bunch of allegations from the most recent trial. But let me tell you guys, this thing painted a picture.
Mhm. A
It
narrative,
painted,
honey.
just like he talked about in there a lot, a narrative of, the timelines and all the things that he has essentially been able to get away with for so long. It showed many connections, um, like gang connections and
Mhm.
so many things. So many things. There was a lot of information. I don't want to go too deep in on it because I know there's plenty that might have not been able to see it just yet. But there were a lot of times I was like,
Mhm.
because of the things that were swept under the rug and he
Right.
did not get in trouble for. Like, this is not his first RICO case.
Mm.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
So, they got the right people to speak on things. I was very
Right.
surprised that Kalina was there.
Okay.
I
I
was like,
was
"What
shocked.
changed?"
Right.
But she was there. Um, I'm also kinda surprised that everybody that hasn't spoke thus far, it just kinda makes me wonder, like, what kinda things are they holding on to? But I think my favorites were, like, the first 2 episodes, just really talking about his come up and talking about the beginning and how things happen, the 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 series of events,
Mhm.
um, from Tupac's assassination to Biggie's, and the way and I didn't even because I was there.
Yeah.
I was
We were
there,
all there.
and I'm over here trying to figure out, like, this looks really weird because right after Big went to glory, now all of a sudden Puff
He
is
blows
here,
up.
and it's just like it never occurred to me of what is going on in the space. They didn't mention a whole lot of Kim and all these people, but they talked about the first
Mhm.
round of people that he A&R'd for Uptown Records, Jodeci and um Mary J. Blige, and it's like it just it kind of made me want to ask more questions after seeing that.
Mhm.
And also, it makes me wonder what can be done, because mm, it just feels like there's a lot of retribution that's going to be coming from the universe to him. And I don't know if you guys know, but he has this huge tattoo on his back.
Mhm.
Um, and out of respect, I don't know, it's a voodoo deity that
Mhm.
protects men and women. Excuse me, not men and women, women and children. And I'm starting to wonder, because this is not a tattoo that he's had all his life.
Mhm.
It's recent. It's like I'm starting to wonder, is that deity doing the work of the Lord? That's what
Mm.
I'm starting to wonder. And then on top of that, I facetiously want him to get out of jail,
Wow.
because I want him to see how life is going to do him now that his secrets have always been out in the open,
Mhm.
but okay, but public opinion has been added to those secrets.
Right.
And I believe that he's going to find a different world. A part of me would hope that he's smart enough to go to Bali with what's his name?
Russell Simmons?
Russell Simmons.
Yeah.
Take his money to Bali and live there for the rest of his life. But I don't believe his ego, the story of ego, has shown that he wouldn't do that. He would
Yeah.
try to get back on top again in front of somebody's face again
He
to
wants to be seen. He's a narcissist.
try to get put in that level of access again. He'll never be able to have that again. But for all we know, there's a chance that he may get put back in jail from other accusations. So we'll see. Let me go ahead and read these few comments. Auntie Robin says, my cousin just told me about the docuseries. She said she only saw the first bit, believes that lots of folks drop dimes. I'ma watch. Auntie Robin,
Please,
watch it. And I think
please
we'll
do.
have further of a conversation maybe Monday. I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna go. But we'll work on it. We'll try to keep you guys posted. But yeah, because it's the picture that they paint made it look very dastardly. That lady director, she did that. Miss Kim says, I love that part of Pee Wee's Playhouse. You had to scream every time someone said the word. I drove my mom crazy, screaming all day.
Yes, Miss Kim. Yes, I have an ally. Yes. And not Jennifer's rolling eyes, honey.
Miss Kim said, excuse me, Auntie Robin says, cousin believes that Curtis needs to watch his back, as there could be a hit out on him. Let me tell you something.
Curtis ain't scared of nothing.
And on top of that, I think right now, at this point, I don't believe he has the clout, the weight to try to make that happen.
Right.
And to be honest, I believe the bulk of the people that sat there for that documentary was there because he's in behind those walls. So
Jennifer, I was so excited that Babs from the band was on there. Like, cause she literally, she was one of my favorite rappers. Like, even though she's only had verses on the band, like she's had some other verses here and there, but she really didn't speak about Diddy like specifically. But I'm just so glad that she was a part of it. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Do y'all follow Oliver Twixt?
I don't.
No, and I'll tell you why one day. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say they do shows together.
Babs?
It's YouTube. Yeah, he's in good with all of them. And when the Diddy stuff first started going down, she was dropping some.
She was.
Jewels.
Oh.
I have seen those clips. You're right about that.
Okay.
Auntie Robin says yes, it was legal. Ain't that kind of weird though?
It's weird how Kim go from Al B. Sure to Diddy.
Right. But I think she saw it might have been the money more than anything. That might have attracted her to
There had to be something in front of her eyes. Look, but for Diddy, the way that they painted it, it all makes sense. it's like he enjoys taking from other men
Mhm.
what they have, which is why I'm gonna say this allegedly, and this is simply my opinion. I never thought that he was gay. I think he just likes to be able to cower over men.
Mhm.
And if that meant doing that thing, he's gonna break them. I'll
I
break you
don't
that way.
I
That's
don't
what
think oh, go I don't think Diddy's a normal person.
yeah,
And I'll just leave
that
that
there.
there.
His is a disgusting one for sure. Miss Kim says it's sad he wasn't content enough to shine next to Biggie. They were
Yeah.
a dynamic duo.
Mhm.
And but it's like you can see like the people that had the talent. I guess it's like I'll get my money out of them, and as soon as they start a process of trying to walk away from me, now I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm going to get rid of them.
See, now I'm feeling like this was all a setup because I still remember to this day watching the 1997 VMAs and that performance that he did of I'll Be Missing You. Like, I feel like it was all a setup. He felt like, if one of the biggest rappers alive ends up ends up dying and I'm his right-hand man, where would that take me? Especially if I do a tribute song. Like, I don't think he ever put out an album until right after Biggie died. Like
I
it
don't know if
was
you paid attention, but there was one part in the documentary where Biggie and everybody was, on camera and everything,
Mhm.
and they're in the studio, and Biggie facetiously said, "Yeah, yeah, your album about to come out, huh? You working on that album?" And Mr. Combs looked like, like,
Yeah.
A little uncomfortable.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
It's
telling you.
But see, I knew all that already. Everything that both of you all just mentioned, I already knew all that stuff. I thought everybody else knew it too. Like people has
Well,
been saying this for
I knew.
years, and how evil he is. I didn't put it past him. This is not shocking to me. He is that person. Like you said, he's not normal.
right.
Mm,
And I feel like he started to show his slip during making the band. Like I feel like that's when I
Yeah,
first got a glimpse of who he truly is as this man with the biggest God complex I've ever encountered. Like to me, like it's yeah, I won't say that, but
I got the glimpse with Tupac.
mm,
mm.
I
Now,
was like this for Tupac. So when all the speculations started coming out, me and my family used to sit around talking about it. They used to talk about it playing cards. We had some people that was in the industry at the time used to be at the house and stuff like that. So
mm.
I that's nothing. He did it.
and
Allegedly
the
did
and
it.
the man who was
And I
involved
wholeheartedly believe it allegedly.
and the man who was involved in Tupac's death literally said that Diddy was supposed to pay them $1 million to take out Tupac and Suge Knight. Now
Yeah,
he retracted that statement a little bit later on, around the time, maybe like a year or two later, but I believe that for sure. And he never got that money. Some middleman ended up getting a little bit of money, but he never saw a dime of that money. Go ahead, Jennifer.
In the documentary, the middleman, he got the mill.
but what
And
is the guy's name?
I,
I think it started with a T, if I'm not mistaken. I
Not
can't
the
remember.
middleman who got the money.
Oh, okay.
The other guy.
I can't I
do
can't
that
remember what
did
his
it.
name is.
Because y'all know them. What is the name? I'm gonna have to send y'all. He was the people who was interviewing Jaguar, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
he
They
did
were
it.
interviewing him. He did like 4 or 5 interviews.
Hmm.
He told us all this stuff.
All of it.
Yeah,
All of this stuff.
yeah,
And he made sure to tell it again, sis.
Yeah. Oh,
right.
see,
But they went into the middleman and who
got
got
it.
the money and all that stuff. Child. But I think I think you will like it because it gives I believed all of that, but seeing the specifics and also what I loved about it was the level of pictures and videos that we've never seen
Mhm.
before that was included on there.
Yes.
That's why it's worth watching. And the way they
It's
told the story was
excellent. One of the best documentaries I've ever watched. And I love me a good documentary. That was an excellent documentary. And I knew 50 Cent wasn't going to let us down. I knew he was going to give us a good documentary. I knew it.
Wholeheartedly. I'm trying to figure out who thought he was playing. Like, since when is he playing about stuff like this?
I had no question that it was coming through. Okay? No question at all.
Shoot, man. Miss Kim said,
so professional and told his little reasons why. I was like, that man ain't never looked good in his life, but right now, come on. You doing the daggone thing, sir.
Okay. But it's, I don't know. It's something like, it's not often you see somebody hold to what they say. And it's like, if you don't like somebody because of a situation, a beef or whatever, stand tall up in that thing. And that's what I can truly respect Mr. 50 Cent for. I can respect him for that. And he put his money in that and made money off of it. And let me tell y'all, let me read this first. I have to tell you guys about the time my friend and I cold called Bad Boy Records to get summer internships. Wow. King Jesus and them kept you from something amazing, something horrible. Anyway, please tell me why DJ Academics, first of all, we already know. Please tell me why DJ Academics is painting a picture as if it's Netflix that want to bring Puffy down, and that Puffy, they had all this information and stuff, and wanted to put out the documentary, but they needed somebody to be the face of it, so they got 50 to do it.
That's why these are exactly the reasons why Diddy is gonna be back in these streets, because of fools like that.
Oh, you
want to make excuses,
right?
And I mean, like, how'd you draw that?
Because his name is DJ Academics. That's why.
And
he is who he is.
It's like he wants to say the sensational thing, but I'm like, where are you getting this from? It's like, how do you conjure up these stories in your head to? He said that it's Netflix coming. What does Netflix or no. He said that Netflix was doing a documentary with Diddy. So they have all this footage, you know what I'm saying? And they own it or stole it or whatever. And they said, well, they need to put a face to it so Netflix won't look like the bad guy. And 50 was cool with it.
Just stupid. I hope Saucy catch him in the street.
I can't wait for that to happen.
I can't wait.
It's got to happen. Because, Jonathan, can I say something bad?
Feel free.
Let me tell you. DJ Academics is the bane of my existence. I can't stand that man at all. He is the epitome of a bitch ass nigga.
Come on.
Absolutely.
He is.
Absolutely.
Pussy down. You hear me?
Come on.
Okay.
Like, and he couldn't even man up
and the
with
pussy
Saucy.
wet.
And
the pussy wet. Real
okay,
wet.
slippery. Okay.
He's slipping and sliding, girl.
Sliding, and of course backsliding.
Okay.
But it's and he can't go after a man. He'll try to tear down any woman.
Come on.
Any man that stand up, even a gay man that would tell you. Let me tell you, Saucy helped show his true. He had DJ Academics crying.
Ate him up.
Wow.
Ate him up.
Child. Miss Kim says DJ Academics is a clown.
Straight up.
I don't know. He worse than the clown in my book. I can't.
He might as well be a mime or something like that.
Okay.
And he's just pandering to people. Like, even with that whole thing, even with the whole thing with Kendrick and Drake, at the beginning of his whole career, he was on Kendrick dick, like, the whole time, calling him top 5, all talking about his albums, talking about how deep they are. Basically, anybody, you know, there's nothing wrong but being a fan of both. But as soon as everything happens, I hate Kendrick. Nigga, do you know?
Face.
Okay, but here's the thing, nigga. Do you know you were being recorded every time, and those videos are still up. Every time you said that Kendrick is the best, girl, I'm done.
Yeah, it is what it is. Thank you so much, y'all. Quick announcement. More than likely, I will not be going live next Thursday because I will be out of town with my family. we will be out of town. So yes, I more than likely will not be going live next week. I will still be doing my 90 Day Fiance review with Dustin on Monday. We will be doing a review on a new show before the 90 days. So be sure to check that out, you guys, okay? And also be sure to check out my reviews on Housewives of Potomac season, I think it's 10, episode 9. I put that out this past Tuesday, as well as Married to Medicine season 12, episode 1. I put both of those videos out this week, so be sure to check those out. Press the like button and leave a comment for those as well. Bianca, before we get out of here, why don't you share with the people your social media contacts real quick?
It is going to be Bianca Edwards on everything, you guys. Bianca Edwards on everything.
All right, Genesita.
Excuse me. Hello, I am Prophetic Fire Reiki. I'm on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. I go live every single not every single. I go live every Monday. Every Monday at 8 p.m. There's a big chance I won't be live this Monday. I'm trying to reason with myself. It looks like I won't be live on Monday. I can't. Yeah, I won't be live Monday. Okay. But you guys can catch me on TikTok and things of that nature. And yeah, I'll be happy to connect.
Cool beans. Also, be sure to join us every Saturday morning at 10-ish a.m. for Faithful Warrior Ministries. We go live every Saturday morning at 10-ish a.m. to gather together, talk a little bit of devotional, and do a little bit of praying and, you know, all the good stuff that families do. So join us on Saturdays, 10-ish a.m. with Faithful Warrior Ministries on YouTube. You guys can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is JoJo_speaks3020. My Facebook is Jonathan Lee. My email is williamjonathanlee@gmail.com. My Cash App is $Jonathan Lee 07. That's $JONATHANLEE 07. I want to thank all of y'all for joining us this evening. This was a great live. I love all the interaction. Thank you to Dustin, Miss Kim, as well as Auntie Robin and Tyrone for being down there in the comments. Love you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Love you guys so much. Have a wonderful weekend and stay warm out there because it's cold outside that door. Jennifer, you going to take us out?
No.